What is going on, everybody? My name is Luigi Elite, and today I'm going to be talking about a game that I personally find really weird to be excited about, but I just am because I want to, and that is Mario Golf Super Rush, which was just announced very recently by Nintendo during their very first Nintendo Direct of 2021. A Direct that was just okay. It pretty much consisted of games that I had absolutely no interest in and only had a few announcements in the whole presentation that didn't make me want to turn off the presentation and then come back later once it was over and skip the stuff I didn't care about. And one of those announcements was a trailer for a new installment in the Mario Golf series called Mario Golf Super Rush. Despite it sadly being the only Mario game announced in the Direct, it was something I was interested in and definitely do want to play once it comes out. So today, I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of this game and what I hope will be included in the game once it has been launched. Before we start, please make sure to subscribe because it turns out that 76% of you watching this aren't subscribed, and that makes me sad. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now the first thing I want to talk about, just to get it out of the way, is how the game looks visually. It looks amazing. Now this isn't really that big of an accomplishment because a lot of the games on the Switch do look great, but it honestly amazes me that so much work and detail are being put into smaller, less important games like this. The textures of the grass, trees, buildings, and pretty much everything looks extremely polished and pleasant to look at. Even the characters have been given more detail put into them, and again, this isn't really that amazing by now, but it's still cool nonetheless. Speaking of the characters, even though this is just a visual spectacle, I just love that they now have proper golfing uniforms instead of just wearing their old stock clothes. Seeing these characters ditch their same old outfits for actual sporting attire for games like Mario Tennis and now Mario Golf is another one of those smaller details that make the experience a lot more enjoyable. If Nintendo just put everyone in their regular clothes and called it a day, it wouldn't be a deal breaker, but it would be kind of disappointing. Also, later in the trailer, we get to see Wario rocking this sweet cowboy outfit, and we see Yoshi in a pink color. This makes me wonder if we are going to get to unlock new outfits to switch our characters in. I really hope that's the case because that would be a lot cooler than just having the golf outfits. Anyway, now let's go from the pretty visuals and move on to the actual gameplay. Now here's the thing with golfing games. In order for me to have fun with them, they need to be easy to learn, and there needs to be more than just normal golf. We get to see some gameplay of the normal golfing, and it looks pretty good. We get to see multiple gimmicks that are in the game that help you with golfing, like the power gauge, the giant map that helps you keep track of the course, and you can even get a close-up map that shows you how far away from the hole you are and what terrain is like around you. This is something that I really like about this. The way you golf actually has a subtle change based on the factors of the course, like the wind and the ground you're on. Another thing we get to see is that there will be multiple stages that will be included in the game. The only three we get to see is the regular grass area that is standard in every game. We see a desert area with a bunch of palm trees and those stone creatures from New Super Mario Bros. U. And finally, we get to see what looks like a rainforest area that kind of reminds me of the forest area from Super Mario Odyssey. Now, I'm pretty sure these aren't the only course themes that will be in the game, but the main thing I'm wondering is whether or not there will be stage hazards. One of the things I like about most Mario sports games is that there are usually a few courses that give you something else to worry about, whether that be obstacles you have to avoid, or something special about the course that makes you have to play the game a little differently. I don't know if this course will include this. I'm not going to be whining about it if it doesn't. I just think that having stage hazards might make the experience a little more interesting. The last thing to say about the normal golf mode is that there's going to be motion controls. And yeah, I personally don't know what to feel about that. Motion controls in sporting games make sense, but if companies are going to include that, they have to make it fun to use. Using motion controls in a golfing game shouldn't be that hard to do, but I have my doubts, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alright, now let's move on to the more interesting stuff that was shown in this trailer that goes beyond just the normal golf. The first new mode that we get to see is Speedgolf, and I really love the concept of this. This is basically a much more fast-paced where you have to golf the best and the fastest to win. After you hit the ball, you race through the course to get back to your ball and shoot again. And while all this is happening, you try to sabotage the other players by using dashes and special shots I'm assuming you get by filling up a meter of some sort. I think this idea is ingenious because it's for players like me who don't always want to wait their turn and always want the action going. So I can't wait to give this mode a try. But the thing that really got me excited was when the announcer said that this was one of several modes that is going to be in the game that all have new elements to spice up the experience. I'm really happy that there's going to be even more modes available in the game. How those modes will make the game better, I don't know, but I can't wait to see what they got. And the final thing that was shown in this trailer is the thing I am most excited about, and that is the story mode. This is a mode where your me starts off as a rookie, and you have to train to improve your golfing skills and become the best. As you earn XP and level up, you can also increase your stats to upgrade the various aspects of your golfing skills. You can also use your me in the rest of the game too, so that's pretty cool. Now, we have yet to see how this mode actually works out, but from what we've seen so far, story mode sounds really awesome because it's taking the form of an RPG like the two Mario Tennis and Golf games on the GBA, and not like the lackluster story mode on Mario Tennis Aces. The story mode in Mario Tennis Aces did have its moments with a few interesting cutscenes and some fairly decent boss battles, but I think it's safe to say that it got boring really quickly with the unbelievably large amount of text to read and not a real in-depth story like it was setting out to be. However, the story in Mario Golf Super Rush definitely looks like it will be a lot better, so here's hoping that it will be. So in case I wasn't making it clear, I'm really excited for this new Mario Golf game. This game definitely presented itself as a game that will be really fun and improve upon the games before it. Now, do I have any concerns with the game? Well, I only really have two. The first is regarding the story mode. As I said, the story mode is looking really promising, but then again, the story mode from Mario Tennis Aces also looked promising, but it turned out to be very underwhelming. So this new trailer has given me some expectations, and if it doesn't live up to them, then it will be kind of sad. And my final concern is regarding the golfing itself. This is a concern I have with pretty much every sporting game in general, and this is how the game will make the normal golfing experience fun. Golf isn't a sport that I consider to be very action-packed or fast-paced, whereas games like tennis and soccer are. So I really hope this game lives up to the fun golfing experience it says it's going to be. But other than that, I'm really excited to see what Mario Golf Super Rush has in store, and I can't wait to try it myself when it releases in June. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know down in the comments what you're excited about for this game. Make sure to hit that like button and that big red subscribe button to see more awesome videos like this in the future. Have a great day, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.